You also talk about your experience in private business. You were an enormously successful businessman in the 90s as the head of Bain Capital, a private equity firm. Your critics point out that you took over a company called American Pad and Paper. That company ended up closing 2 plants and laying off 385 workers. Bain also bought a company called Dade International, which ended up laying off some 1,900 workers. You didn't save those jobs, Governor.
No, there's no question that if you're in the business world and you're trying to save a business that's in trouble, that you're not going to be successful 100% of the time. And I'm very proud of the fact that we were successful many, many times. We grew jobs quite dramatically in many settings. But oftentimes when an enterprise is in real trouble, you have to try and cut back to save it. And I'll tell you, when you look at Washington and how badly broken Washington is, you're going to have somebody who can go there and say, you know what, there are too many bureaucrats. There are too many employees in government. We're going to have to cut back in Washington. I know how to do that and get Washington back on track. This is fundamentally, I believe, an election about changing Washington, about doing to Washington what has to be done to get America back on track so that we can regrow our economy. And I'll tell you one thing, Chris. The only way you're going to have somebody who understands how to rebuild an economy is to have somebody who's been in the economy, who knows what it's like to see jobs come and go, who's fought to try and build businesses and build jobs. We're competing around the world now with China and India, tougher competition than we've ever faced before. It's going to be helpful to have a president who, when we're looking at agreements to work out with other countries on trade, that knows what impact those agreements will have on American jobs. Who knows, for instance, when there are tax incentives put in place, how it's going to change jobs in this country. I am intimately familiar with how our economy works. I'm working very hard to make sure that the workers of this country have a brighter future, and I will never accept the idea that jobs are gone in America. I'm going to fight to bring back jobs and to grow this country.